Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Live with Mick on this Tuesday evening. Yes, I am live, so come on in, smash the like button. I'm afraid the previous link broke. Typical, and this one doesn't seem to be doing any better anyway. But we will persevere. It's this damn internet connection. It's not very good, but welcome. Please smash the like button. Please check out my poll. Who should play the Flash? Dylan O'Brien with 100% and Grant Gustin with none. We got one vote. John Haymaker, a very good evening to you, John. So all day, Access Media and the defenders of Toby Emmerich and WB and Ezra Miller have been in panic mode. Apparently, the rumour from Screen Geeks has no validity. It's funny how they're all getting nervous by a very small, irrelevant publication. If it's not true, they're in panic mode. I've just noticed on Twitter, the Flash movie news also in panic mode that Ezra's getting professional help and the relationship between him and WB Pictures is fine. That's irrelevant. It's not WB Pictures who are running the show anymore, or Ezra Miller, or the Flash movie news. It's Zaslav and Discovery. I said it from the beginning. Something was going on when we got a delay. Something is going on, and this movie is in so much trouble. Oh, and apparently the truth's going to come out. Ezra's side of the story is going to come out soon. Nobody cares. Public opinion, it's like Amber Heard. Public opinion is done. John Gaunt, Ezra Miller should play the Flash, and I thought there was another test screening. Yes, which people hated. It was a failure. You may want Ezra Miller to play the Flash, but unfortunately, David Zaslav and Discovery don't. The people have made their minds up. They're going to boycott this film, and something has to be done. It's a big shame. 4 movies in 1 year. It was going to be amazing, and it's all gone to hell. And I'm not saying Dylan O'Brien's going to play the Flash, but someone will, even if it's a brand new movie that has nothing to do with this movie. John Gaunt, where's the proof of the test screening? I'll just get it out of my back pocket. I've heard people talking about it. Where's your proof that Ezra Miller's still the Flash? If I had a cigar now, I just would have started smoking it because I just owned you. No, I'm sorry, John. I'm afraid the game is up. It's over. The DCU is over. Listen to this, everyone, right? They were going to create a Justice League without Superman or Batman. They were going to have Batgirl, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, probably a couple of the JSA women as well. And David Zaslav said, no. Where's my Superman? No. The DCEU, as you know it, is over. And things will be clarified on May the 18th. I believe Scream Movie Geeks. Well, being that they haven't announced anything yet, he's still in the Flash as of right now, Mick. Okay. Rewind the times. I want Grant Gustin as the Flash. He loves the character and does a great job playing it. I don't think Grant Gustin will be playing the Flash. It may not be Dylan O'Brien, but Dylan O'Brien is 30 now. He may be a little bit too old for the role. They should have cast him from the beginning. I mean, the Dylan O'Brien from Maze Runner would have been perfect for this role. The DCEU is not over. Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck should stay. Yes, the DCEU, as you know it, Leroy Con, is over. And it's time for people to start accepting this. Have you seen the animated fan-made project Justice League? I've seen it advertised. If you can actually tell me what it's all about, because I actually don't get it. John, do you think DC up front will be like the Disney Investor Day? Kind of, but they're going to clarify the merger. They're going to clarify their plans for the studio and stuff like that. I don't know if they'll make any announcements. They could do. Rewind the times. I don't think Grant will be either. Just my fan cast. Lol. John Gaunt, and I want to hear Miller's reasons. He's at least owed that. we all are. There are three sides in every story. I'll give you the sides. He broke the law, not once, but twice. He threatened a couple, right? Then, a few weeks later, he created another incident where he threw a chair at a woman and he grazed her forehead. He could have killed her. There's no sides of the story. You can want the sides of the story, but it's irrelevant. He is done. He is done, and the denials can continue over on Twitter from Flash Movie News and this and that. What WB Pictures want and what Ezra Miller's people want is totally irrelevant now. It is done. Alex, it's fan-made animated Zack Snyder's original storyboards for Justice League 2. Wow, I am interested in that. Thank you for the information, Alex. Leroy Kong, Zaslav should announce a new Superman movie with Henry Cavill. He may do that. But the DCEU, you know, it's done. It has no brand recognition. It has no brand loyalty. It cannot work. And Zaslav knows this. That's what he told Variety a few weeks ago. It has no brand loyalty, no brand recognition. You may have made some money on some films, but it hasn't worked. An overhaul is an overhaul. Alex is 20 minutes long, worth a watch for sure. Definitely. Where can I watch it? Jesus Christ. I fried this mincemeat and I put it on some pasta and it was disgusting. And now the whole house stinks of it. John Gore, I just checked with one of my mates. Mick Miller is getting counselling, which is good. He needs to atone for his sins. He can get the counselling, but he's done because the public are not going to support that film. So he can get that. That's great. That's fine. I'll have a party later and celebrate him getting help, but it doesn't matter. Leroy Kong, the Snyderverse has worked. Well, not enough to create a mainstream franchise from it. They may decide to shove it on HBO Max or something like that. They may allow him to do something, but it hasn't worked in terms of the way the MCU has worked. Doctor Strange, a middling, mediocre movie, crosses 500 million within 4 or 5 days. That's what WB want. That's what Zaslav want. This is what they're going to chase after. And Zack Snyder cannot give them that. John Gore, I will, but anyway, have you seen The Rock as Shazam on set pictures? He looks pretty good. Yeah, it's a great distraction. The timing's very interesting as well, but you're right. He does look really, really good. Alex, type in Justice League Project into YouTube search bar. Cool. I'll do that after this later on. Reno Jack, good afternoon, sir. Hope you're well today. I'm all right. My house just stinks of burnt mincemeat. I miss my mum. What a cook my mum was. God dear, what a nightmare. And I set this stream up 2 hours ago. I got about 8 likes. I was well happy. 8 likes is a lot for me pre-video. Went to come on live and the link didn't effing well work. I had to set it up again. I hate setting up these lives. They're so annoying. It's just so much to do. Rewind the times. At CinemaCon, they presented the Flash movie as a Keaton movie. They hyped that movie with all Keaton's Batman, and the crowd went nuts seeing the new Batman scenes. Ezra was an afterthought. No, that's the problem, Rewind. That's the problem. You can't promote a Flash movie as a Batman movie. That movie they made has Barry Allen, a.k.a. Ezra Miller, as front and center. He's the heart of his own movie. John, a lot of people are saying that Ezra Miller will not be replaced as the Flash. I'm saying he is. They don't look. Why are they saying this? Why are they nervous over a little publication? Nobody normally takes any notice of Screen Movie Geeks ever, but this time everyone's acting very nervous. Why? Because Screen Movie Geek may not be right about Dylan O'Brien taking the role, but he's right. They are looking at other actors to play this role. Now, will it be in the same movie? Will it be a different movie in a different universe? I'm sure we'll find out sooner rather than later. Leroy Kong, Zack Snyder was the best WB. Had the first 6 DCU movies surpassed the first 6 MCU movies. WB's a clown. Alex, I watched Doctor Strange 2 in IMAX and saw Avatar 2 trailer. It was gorgeous. The Avatar 2 trailer was the only reason to go and see that movie. Reno Jack, makes sense. Was wondering why I didn't get the alert. I know what you mean, though. I miss my nan's cooking all the time. My mum was a proper cook. John Galt, if you're right or wrong, we will all see everything, Mick. I feel that he won't be replaced until The Flash 2, if he was to be. The movie will flop if he remains. The movie will flop. The second test screening, people did not like the recent test screening either. And apparently, the first test screening wasn't as popular as we thought it was either. John, I do believe you, Mick, that Ezra will be replaced as the Flash. I believe it. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. It's a strong opinion I hold. I don't have any evidence of that, right? I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking about what I think. But all you have to do, John, is see publications like Variety, the defenders of Toby Emmerich and WB, getting very, very nervous. Bat Super, hi, Mick. Good evening to you. One thing I don't like is you and me, the fans, being lied to. Screen Movie Geeks did an informative piece. He deserves credit, not to be called a liar, just because he's not a huge publication. It isn't fair. What are they saying? You know, it's not happening. We're supposed just to believe you. So I'm not supposed to believe Screen Movie Geeks, and I'm supposed to believe them. It's ridiculous. John Gould, the second test screening hasn't been confirmed to be legit, and the person who is pushing that story has called the flush, indicating that they already have a bias to hate the film. That's true. That's the same person who's been saying all the stuff about Supergirl replacing Superman. You can't believe them once, and then when it doesn't suit you, not believe them again. I don't know. All I know is that The Flash with Ezra Miller in the starring role. The problem Ezra has got here, his 2 arrests are public. They're not rumors. They are verified arrests. We all know what he did. The public know what they did. John here, one of my subscribers, says he will not watch this movie with this guy in it. And he is one of many who have come to me privately and said, we will not watch this movie. Zaslav and Discovery know that the movie is a disaster. They know the entire DCEU is now a disaster. And they're going to do something about it. They're going to do something about it, that's for sure. I don't know if they delete the entirety of the DCEU. I don't know. John Gore, as long as we, as a DC film, is able to see the film eventually, they can replace him. John Gore, fans. I think something's going to happen with that film in June. That's what I think. Leroy Kong, WBD have enough time to redo The Flash. They do. That's why they delayed it till June. That's what I said from the first place. Reno Jack, I'm with John. I don't want anything with Ezra in it because I try to be mindful of where my hard-earned money goes. Exactly. You know. You've seen it. It's official. He's been arrested twice. Twice. He's getting help, apparently. We'll know more. You know, we'll get to know his side of the story. I don't care about his side of the story. The public don't care about his side of the story. This isn't going to work for them. Reno Jack, I've already read that. Welcome to Live with Mick. We have 6 viewers. We have 4 likes. We have a poll. Who should play the Flash? Dylan O'Brien, 71%. Grant Gusting, 29%. This story keeps on coming back. It keeps on coming back, and there's a reason for it. Reno Jack, the debacle to get the film made and released could potentially be more entertaining than the actual film. John Gordon, I respect people's opinions on not wanting to see the film, but if it does do good critically in the box office, you will rush to see it. You're just bummed in the moment. Well, I didn't say I'm boycotting the movie. I'm not going to boycott any DC movie. That's not the point. I'm one person. You're another person. But the DCEU has enough problems with consumer confidence and consumer brand loyalty without this. And everyone can see it's a mess. And who is interested about the Flash movie? The same people who made Doctor Strange 500 million? No way. This is the problem. Can you make $1 billion from a movie, a Flash movie starring Michael Keaton? No. And if I'm so far from the truth, where's the release date for Batgirl, which is the film Michael Keaton is also in? So it would make sense that the Flash is in trouble, which means the Batgirl film's in trouble as well, because they're not even talking about it. Reno Jack, John Galt, probably true for most people, but I will not see it regardless. Fair enough. That's your opinion. You and John have both got a right to go and see the movie or not go and see the movie. No one can tell you what to do. I wouldn't dare do that. All I'm doing is venturing an opinion and telling you that Ezra Miller is history. It's a shame. We started off this year looking forward to 4 epic DC movies. And now we're here. They don't know what to do. They don't know what way they're swinging. It's a bit like Barbara Broccoli and the future of the James Bond thing. You know, she don't know which way to swing because she's made an absolute mess of that franchise because she's obsessed with Daniel Craig. John, did you see the picture on Twitter of Batgirl directors having lunch with J.K. Simmons? No. But it's all very well having lunch with J.K. Simmons, probably while they were making it. But where's the release date? Where's the release date? What's going on with that film? For me, it's just more blarney to distract from the fact that there's no information about the film. Where's the release date? Leroy Kong, it's a real shame and a disgrace. It is. But to see a studio's incompetence this badly, this publicly, and allow these rumors to come out, and not once for them to come out as a studio, Walter Hamada to come out as a president of DC Films, or Toby Emmerich, or anyone to say, no, guys, there's no problems, or we're dealing with it, we'll let you know in due course. Nothing. They just slip little murmurs to their friends in the media. Well, that isn't good enough. All they do is deny stuff. I think Scream Movie Geek is onto something. As I say, I don't necessarily believe it's Dylan O'Brien, but they're looking at people, that's for sure. Reno Jack, I just want Batman Cape Crusader animated series and the Reeves HBO Max spin-offs already. I'm confident now that Zaslav and Discovery can sort this mess out and give us a DC extended universe, maybe a fresh one, that actually works. There's a lot of different things they could do now. But, you know, where's the marketing for Black Adam? Where's the release date for Batgirl? These are valid. These are valid concerns that I'm bringing up here. What's going on? Black Adam doesn't look like a movie that's coming out this October. You know, we're 5-6 months away from it. Not a murmur of marketing. John Galt, if Discovery is saying anything either, then they are to blame as well. Well, they're waiting to the 18th, obviously. They will say something eventually. They will say something. But don't forget, they've come into the middle of a mess and they're trying to sort it out. John, if they get a new actor for the Flash movie, I will watch the movie. Yeah, listen. They have to. Georgia, Black Adam isn't that close. Don't really need a trailer yet until this summer. Well, considering the film was going to be... Don't forget, this film was going to be released this summer. And there was still no trailer for it. And there's still no trailer for it. You need to start now. The Batman started having marketing way before this time frame, Trilogy. Trilogy, the Flash is way next year. That means the next trailer is at DC Fandom. I'm not concerned about the Flash trailer. The Flash movie is in trouble. They're going to replace the actor. And I know there's a lot of people in denial. The denial can continue. It doesn't change what's going to happen. The DCEU is a mess. They have no control over it. They don't have any control over the leaks and the rumours. It is a mess. And I have exposed valid concerns about this franchise and what's going on with certain movies. And the Batman did have marketing at this point. Leroy Kong, overall DC will always be better than the Marvel for me. Zaslav better be smart. Well, Zaslav is smart because look what he's done with Discovery. Children, the Batman's director had his own creative freedom. They didn't even market it right. Honestly, that's why it didn't make $1 billion. Listen, I don't agree with you. It was never going to make $1 billion. It was a 3-hour movie. It wanted to tell a specific story. The money it made was great. The marketing was great. But they started, at this point, we had the Batman marketing at the end of the day. Now, I know you're obsessed about Matt Reeves not having action and this and that and the other. I don't agree with you, Truljo. You're entitled to your opinion. But we should have had some Black Adam marketing by now. John Gold, when you say replace, do you mean in the film or after? Well, what all of you have to look at realistically, that this film may never be viewed, may never be seen. They may make a totally different Flash movie. They may not even make a Flash movie. We may not even get to see this film. The situation is such a mess, and I don't know what they're going to do about it. But we haven't heard anything from the director since these delays. My sources tell me that Ezra Miller and Andy Muschietti are not even on speaking terms. I don't know if that's true. But according to Rolling Stone magazine, you remember the article, there were issues on the production, on the set. So, Leroy Kong, I will be having lunch now. Take care, guys. Thank you, Leroy. Bye. John Gould, to be fair, if the Batman didn't have a 45 HBO Max window, it probably would have made $1 billion. I don't think so, because then it would have clashed with Doctor Strange. So whatever happened, this film was going to make this money. It's the highest earning movie of a first superhero DC movie. The first one. Batman Begins made much less, right? Now, if we don't change for inflation, then the Batman made more than Superman the movie. Tim Burton's Batman, I think he made more than that as well. If you add for inflation, it's a different situation. So for a first movie, it did very well. Children, I'm not talking about what was in the movie. The film was supposed to come out in 2020, then 2021, then it came out in 2022. Come on now, Mick, you know that's terrible. No, hang on, Trill J. When the film comes out, isn't about marketing. That's nothing to do with marketing, right? The delays were because of the COVID pandemic. No one could do anything about it. Matt Reeves wasn't interested in day and date. He wanted a full theatrical run, what he got, and that's why it was delayed. That has nothing to do with terrible marketing. But that's super. It seems like Zaslav is serious about DC. I think he's the type of guy that if he doesn't know something, he will talk to the people who do, so he can get a better understanding. You're going to find out how ruthless this guy is in the coming months ahead. Children, in my opinion, Black Adam will do much better at the box office. No way. No way. Reno Jack, do people still enjoy films for the art anymore or just for how much money it makes? It's sad, isn't it? John Gordon, that's a shame considering all of our DCEU films, Batman or Superman, wasn't able to make $1 billion, but Aquaman was. Yeah, Aquaman made $1 billion. Brilliant. It was a good film. It worked. People didn't like seeing Superman break somebody's neck. They didn't like the tone of the film. And it didn't make the money that a Superman film is expected to make. And that's sad. That doesn't say anything about the character. It says something about the people who were making the film. But that's super. The Batman would have made more if China didn't have COVID problems. I don't know how much, though. Yeah, definitely. I think he probably could have reached $1 billion with that. So there you go. Children, anyways, Black Adam and The Flash will be good, and I think we all won't have to worry in the end. John Gold, Black Adam will make more than the Batman. Don't agree. The Rock is a box office draw. We all know this, Mick. Yeah, he's made other films before that haven't made $1 billion either. He's made flops. He's had his name on them, and they flopped. So that's not necessarily a thing. John, and the Batman was the first solo Batman movie since Batman Begins. Yeah, and it's the highest grossing. It's actually the highest grossing first Batman movie of all time. It's the highest grossing first in a franchise DC movie of all time. It exceeded expectations. It did well. I don't know what the issue is with the box office. People are just obsessed with this $1 billion thing. Reno Jack, are we really shocked that a super dark noir detective movie made less than bright, colourful movies that are more fit for kids and families? Exactly. But there's nothing wrong with what he did. It was his vision. It's a great movie. I can't stop watching it. I love it. It was a success. And that's all you need to know. You don't have to make $1 billion to be successful. But I'm sure the sequel will reach that. Maybe even higher. People are obsessed with this $1 billion thing now. They really are. I just want my movies to make enough money so they can make more. And we're getting more of the Batman on HBO Max and theatrically as well. So there's no problem. John Galt, unfortunately, box office does matter to an extent. Well, it shouldn't matter to you or me, the consumer. As I say, as long as it makes enough for more, John, that's all. That's not your problem. This is still a business, yeah, but it's not your business. Your business is to go and watch the films and enjoy them. As well, no one just makes movies not to get paid. Yeah, but everyone got paid from the Batman. Do you understand? Just because it didn't make $1 billion doesn't mean it didn't make a profit. It did well. So it is a business, but it's not your business. It's not your concern. As long as your favourite movie makes enough money to make a sequel, that's all you should be concerned about. Unless you're a secret shareholder of WB, I don't know. So it should be a concern to them. I'm not saying it's not a concern to them, and it shouldn't be. I'm talking about us, the audience. Reno Jack, exactly, Mick. The box office is for the studios to worry about. A lot of talk about how much money a movie made from people who won't see a penny of the profit. Exactly. Do you know how all this started? People like Grace Randolph with Movie Math, making people obsessed with how much a movie makes. It isn't our concern as long as they make enough to make more. That's all that matters. Come on, everyone. Before I came on air on my last link, you hit the like button 8 times. Come on. This is very naughty. I know some of you that I'm talking to haven't smashed that like button. Very naughty. Come on. We're never going to get anywhere with this channel. You're the originals. I need your help. I need your help here. Come on, like it. Smash the like button. I won't charge you. I promise. Come on, do it. There's 8 of you in the chat. Thank you, whoever did that. I love you. That's it. Like it. It's not a problem. That's it. Another one. Reno Jack, 2 likes from me, brother. Thank you, Reno. At least I have 1 loyal subscriber. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Tell your friends about me. Tell people who I am. Let's get this channel moving. This is a fan channel. There's no channel like it. A fan talking to the fans, right? Unless you want people who don't give a shit about the movies that you care about becoming successful. Bat Super, if they kept Man of Steel the same but only changed Zod's death into throwing Zod into the Phantom Zone and then showing Supes helping firemen and other emergency personal help people after the battle. Rewind the times. I always give a like, brother. Thank you, Rewind the times. I appreciate you. No, Reno, Bat Super, you are right. Thank you, John. Just like the video. You're right. If they didn't kill Zod, if Superman didn't kill Zod, and he was a little bit more Superman-y, but also, even with the problems the film had, it was still on a good track. They still could have fixed those problems in a sequel. Instead, they got rid of David S. Goyer and Christopher Nolan. What should have happened after Man of Steel? They should have continued having Goyer and Nolan write the movies and Snyder direct them. Snyder's strength is directing, not writing. Unfortunately, like a lot of directors, he can't really accept that. That's where the problems came in as well. They should have stuck with Nolan, Goyer, and Snyder. That was the team. John Gaunt, Black Adam is going to be very good. Tired of the Batman, to be a bit honest. Spider-Man as well. You're tired of the Batman, to be a bit honest. Spider-Man as well. I'm looking forward to the Black Adam movie. It has potential, but so did Justice League until I found out it was a piece of shit. Troy Robert Pattinson carrying DC live action lol. Rewind the times. I'm so excited for Black Adam. I'm just disappointed that we had so many DCEU movies this year only to see them pushed back. I tell you what, if Cavill is in Black Adam, they should fucking tell people now, because this franchise needs an uplift. John Gaunt, one of my gripes with Zack Snyder is the slow motion. It can be too bloody much. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. I never used to like slow motion. I do like the way he deals with it. I'm not the biggest fan, but sometimes it's good. That's how he makes movies. It never really bothered me personally, but I know it does bother. It's a valid complaint because a lot of people have it. But that's super. I want a refund for Justice League. So do I. I bought it digitally. I bought the hard copy, which I'd snapped on my channel when the Snyder Cut was announced. We all deserve. We should all get $1,000. We should all get $1,000 or euros or whatever your currency is in our accounts. My mental health was down on the floor after Justice League. Children, if Cavill is in Black Adam, Mick, you have to admit you are wrong about them not having a vision. Also, if the Flash is good. Well, Cavill being in Black Adam doesn't mean they have a vision. They've just panicked and quickly did some reshoots with Cavill in it. It's exciting, but it doesn't mean I'm wrong. There's no vision there. And in terms of the Flash, you know, a lot of things have to happen for that movie to be successful. And one of them is Superman not being replaced by Supergirl. So don't delude yourself, Trill J. Rewind the times. There is no hype, no excitement for DC stuff right now, only bad press. We need Black Adam to be good because who cares about the DCEU right now apart from us? That's my point. Reno Jack, The Rock is looking built like a brick house for Black Adam. They'll have to step on their own feet to mess that one up. Well, it's not like they haven't done it before. I'm interested in these reshoots as well. Why are they having reshoots? And I heard that Shazam Fury of the Gods was having reshoots, but I don't think they are. Unless they're doing those reshoots in secret. And maybe Black Adam is just a distraction. Wow, we've got some likes now. John Gaunt, I'm excited for Supergirl film. It will probably be the best super film since the first one with Reeves. Well, at this moment in time, we're not getting a Supergirl film. I would love a Supergirl film, but it's certainly not on the cards right now. We'll definitely get a Superman movie before a Supergirl film with Zaslav in-house now. He's pretty obsessed with Superman. And that's not just me saying it, it's a fact. Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, that's who he's interested in. So I would guess that a Holy Trinity movie is his priority. Because if you do a Holy Trinity movie with Gadot, maybe Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, that solves the thing that he's been concerned about, that he wants Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman front and center. Trill J, John, I think Supergirl will be better than any recent Superman. John, any news on the Shazam 2 test screening? Absolutely none. I think there was some positivity about it. I don't know. I mean, I've read all the leaks for the film. I know most of the movies. They don't change it. It seems solid enough without sounding too fantastic. The cameo with Wonder Woman sounds awesome because her role is very valid. She's not in it for long, but she does do something very important in the movie. John Gaunt, Children, I think so too. A Supergirl movie isn't happening. Stop deluding yourselves. Superman is coming. Supergirl isn't coming. So you're deluding yourselves. But good luck. Whatever helps you sleep at night. When SJWs are making a Supergirl movie, it can only end in tears. SJWs made the Supergirl series, and look at that. Bad takes galore tonight. Trill J, not referring to a movie her in live action period will be better than the recent Supermans. No, Trill J, not at all. You have nothing to actually back that up with. Rewind the times. Mick on the Flash CW, who you think is the big cameo. It would make me, I think these people are so fucking desperate to salvage the Ezra Miller situation. It wouldn't surprise me if it isn't Ezra Miller's Flash. This is how desperate these people are. Trill J, Sasha Calais about to wander. Oh, Henry Cavill. You're boring me, Trill J. John, could they put Supergirl in a Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill? Of course they could. That's what we want. We want to see Supergirl and Superman together. That would be cool. Trill J obviously doesn't know about the dynamic between Superman and Supergirl. Pick up a Superman comic. Pick up a Supergirl comic. It will really educate you. John Gaunt, if they make another Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman film and it doesn't make $1 billion, then they are in trouble. That means the general audience could care less about those characters. And when the Flash movie comes out with Ezra Miller and it's a flop, that means nobody cares about the Flash. You're going to notice now that I'm going to start ignoring certain comments and not reading them out, unless those people change tact. This is Movies TV Mad Live. Welcome to Live with Mick. We had 9 viewers, 9 likes. Well, who should play the Flash? That's my poll. We have 10 votes. Dylan O'Brien with 70%, Grant Gustin with 30%. Oh, I've got loads of DC Blu-rays and DVDs. I've got loads of the animated stuff. I've obviously got Superman, Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman 4, Superman Returns, Man of Steel, all the Burton Batman films, the other Batman films, the Dark Knight trilogy, Smallville. I've got a Smallville box set, DVD box set. Rewind the times. I want John Wesley Shipp, lol. Yes, we'll never know unless we see the movie if John Wesley Shipp is in the Flash movie. Baz Super, when is the cameo on the Flash happening? Probably at the end of the season. It'll be interesting. Don't forget, do you remember what happened when the guy playing Vision made a big prediction for a big cameo in WandaVision, and it was Ralph Boner, and everyone got upset. Reno Jack, did you ever check out the A24 Macbeth film with Denzel? No, but I will do it. I forget. There's so many things to watch. I didn't even know there was a Macbeth film with Denzel. The way I see the DCEU, it's got some fabulous movies. It's not a great franchise. It doesn't have a lot of people excited about it. And with Snyder gone, there's very little excitement for it. John, was Christopher Reeve ever going to be in a Supergirl movie? He was. He was actually going to be in it, and then Chris decided he didn't feel right about being in it. He was going to greet Supergirl when she came to Earth. He was going to help her. It was going to be great. But unfortunately, Chris didn't like the script, and he left. Because there was a version of the film where Supergirl and Superman fall in love. Yes. Trilogy, May 18th, finna be crazy. John Gould, the only truly great franchise is Harry Potter. It's one of many franchises that I love, and the Harry Potter franchise is great, but I love a lot of franchises. I come from a generation where I don't put one piece of art against the other. I like it, I like it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. But if I like a Superman franchise and I like a Batman franchise, I still don't start saying, oh, this one's better than that one and this one's going to make more money, because that's utterly childish. And I'm a grown man. Bat Super, what the fuck? Yep. Basically, that's what the plan was, for Superman and Supergirl to fall in love and get it on. Christopher Reeve said no. John Gould, do you have a PS4? They are making a Harry Potter game. I have a PS4, I have a PS3, and I have an Xbox One. Not the new one, the one before. Rewind the time. If Doctor Strange 2 can make 184 million opening weekend, Black Adam will do fine, I believe. No, you can't look at it like that. The MCU has brand recognition, has brand loyalty. That's why people are supporting that movie. So you can't really compare what Black Adam will make to what that... No. It's the MCU that's brought that money in. Bruno Jack, yeah, it's entirely in black and white. I was just checking out the upcoming A24 slate. They're on good roll right now, they are. Can't wait to watch The Northman again. Trill J, Bat Super, my reaction to Nightwing having a glider in Gotham Knights. Certainly not as bad as Superman and Supergirl getting it on, though, was it? Rewind the times. I'm trying to be optimistic, Lowell. John Gould, The Rock has lady fans, wrestling fans, Jumanji fans, men fans. People will show up. Plus, it's not 3 hours long. Well, whether it's 3 hours long or not, it's irrelevant. But he's made films. He's been in films that have flopped before. Where was his fans then? So it's not a foregone conclusion. I'm not saying it can't be successful. I'm saying we need to calm down a bit. Bat Super True J, what kind of glider? Like those wing things under his arms? Sounds cool to me. Bat Super, please tell me she wasn't his cousin in the script. As far as I know, she was still going to be his cousin. Bat Super, no, like a Fortnite glider. Bat Super, Trill J, I will look that up. Trill J, Bat Super and Red Hood running on air with Lazarus powers. Rewind the times, plus the JSA is in it. I feel it. Will do good. It's got to low. Bat Super, that's the worst thing I have ever heard. Shame on the people who that was a good idea, who thought that was a good idea. Well, definitely interesting, yeah. I think Brainiac was going to be in it as well. I don't even think that was the Supergirl thing. That was going to be Superman 3 originally. Trill J, Bat Super, good game, but terrible idea by old people making DC games. They need to get the younger generation in. We do have a Gotham Knights trailer gameplay out. It looks kind of good to me. I liked it. I'm excited for it. I think it sounds awesome. Well done to those old guys. And I can see a lot of people on Twitter very excited for it. John Gaunt, I checked Grace's Twitter. We are good back in business, mates. They better release that Flash comic, though. It will be my second comic book behind Flashpoint that I buy. Oh, yeah, because Grace Randolph is the authority that knows everything. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Yeah, they delayed the Flash comic. Yeah, I remember that as well. More evidence to prove I'm right. Children, I've seen it, Mick, but no, I can see the bad reviews on it now. Can you? I've seen good reviews, bad reviews. A lot. I think everyone has a different opinion, Trill J, and not the same one as you. Bad Super Trill J, I don't know about that. People in Rocksteady aren't any younger. Age does not matter. Trill J, Bad Super combat looks good, but stiff at times. That will make a lot of money. Trill J, John Gaunt, Grace has weirdly been loving DC lately. Yeah, suspicious that, isn't it? Now, you can listen, anyone who trusts Grace Randolph and thinks Grace has got a handle on things, it's not all good. Isn't it funny that all the WB pictures and Toby Emmerich shills are coming out, reacting off a rumour from a little publication? Why are they so nervous? Because Screen Movie Geeks is right. And it's all going to come out sooner or later. They can have their little shills. They can have their little shills saying shit now. But sooner or later, the truth will be out. John Gaunt, hate her or love her, she has more connections than anyone else. We should be inspiring to get her level. It's one love to everyone. Hate is not the way. Right, listen, John. I celebrate her. She's one of the only females that's blogging about entertainment, and she's done a good job. I congratulate her on her platform. But she told us there was going to be a man's private parts in a diamond in Birds of Prey. She was lying. She said they were doing Flashpoint in Wonder Woman 84. She was lying. She's got so many things wrong. So I don't give a shit about her connections. She is wrong. The Flash isn't okay. It's in trouble, and people can go on and on and on. But the truth will be out in the end. Harris Selleck, coming from a huge Arkham fan, Gotham Knights looks awful. Trill J, I love Grace Bros. Such an out of this world. Trill J, I meant mine. Trill J, Harris, my point, they should have grounded it like the Arkham games. Don John, Mickey, when are your movies coming out? When will we see them in the cinema? John, was Helen Slater in anything else after Supergirl? She did something called Billie Jean or something, but she wasn't a very successful actress, but I thought she was amazing. I was totally in love with her in Supergirl. John Gaunt, yeah, I didn't like that. Either rewind the times. The gameplay just looks horrible. Reno Jack, Gotham Knights game made by WB Montreal. They also made Arkham Origins, which is an okay game, but lacking compared to the Rocksteady Arkham games. We will see, though. Yeah, we will see when we actually get to play the game. John Gaunt, what are some YouTubers you like then, Mick? I don't like Tyrone Magnus and Jodie Corners on the list. Nope. I don't like them at all. I don't consume them at all. But then I'm not a basic geezer who follows anyone and listens to what they say. I make my own mind up because I have an independent mind. John Gaunt, they both are Superman fans, so that means I should watch their videos because they're Superman fans. Oh, they say they're Superman fans. True, Jay Harris, not horrible, it's just stiff. You can't tell those old heads were copying Fortnite. Anyway, Reno Jack, Geezer. Harris Selick, I like John Campion. I don't like him either. He's all right to watch, don't get me wrong, but his takes are shit. I hate, from my point of view, I think his takes are shit. Rewind the Times, Ping Pong Flicks, Muck's channels are the two best DC content. I like Ping Pong Flicks because he's not toxic. That's why I like him. Leroy Kong, hello again. I am back from lunch. Reno Jack, I literally only watch Mick and Boba. Boba's brilliant. Not toxic again. Has loads of information. Has great takes. Probably not for a couple of you because you're a bit of hot takers. Hunter Ricky, Movies TV Man, do you think it's true about Ezra Miller being fired? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Sure, Jay, I actually like Tyrone Magnus and Jodie's Corner, but Jodie is a bit too much at times, in my opinion. He doesn't know much about Batman, and he's giving Michael Keaton a pass, but complaining about Rob. Yeah, look, he's a donut. I'm not interested in him. I barely can understand what he's saying half the time. Rewind the Times. Ping Pong Flicks is very upbeat. Insane Fidgets. Hi, it's Fair. Hello, Fair. My name's Fair. Hello. Love you. Harris Selick. Tyrone Magnus is a cool guy. And I don't like him. John Helen Slater was in Smallville. She was. Most Superman and DC people actually cameoed in Smallville. And she played Clark Kent's biological mother. That's correct, John. And she did really well in the role. Only the real ones appreciate Smallville. Propaganda merchants don't like it. Those were the days we used to enjoy our DC live action. No propaganda merchants. True, Jay. Harris, yeah, he has a lot of support for the Snyderverse. I don't know why Mick doesn't like him. He's pretty cool. Because a lot of Snyderverse fans, I'm one of them, don't like opposing opinions. It's their way or the highway. I don't like that. John Gaunt. Boba is as a fellow Englishman, I appreciate him, but only because of that. Now, I like him because he's a very good YouTuber. And he's not a propaganda merchant. He's not a hot take merchant. Probably why you don't like him, John Gaunt. Proper DC fan. Proper DC fan. Not someone who slid in here from TikTok pretending to be others. John Gaunt, I like you. I like you too. Thank you very much. Sure, Jay. John Boba has the best DC videos when it comes to explaining things. Also, he's not a hater. He's very deep. He goes into it deeply. I've told him, I could never do what he does. Like the reviews and everything. I can't be bothered to memorize what I've just seen. If I come in here and do a review, it's going to be shit because I don't remember hardly anything. When I've done the video, my mental health is down there because I fucked the video up because I couldn't even remember. But he's amazing. He does what he does. I do what I do, which is different. I just talk about stuff. It's different. Harris Selig, I like hip-hop films. Not bad. Hit top films, yeah, not bad. Insane Fidgets. Hi, it's Maria on Fair Phone. Hello, Maria. I love you too. I miss you. Little Maria. John Gaunt, I didn't appreciate him slagging off the Flash TV show, though. It's almost like slagging off my family. Well, you know, everyone has their opinions, and you can't expect people to agree with you 24/7. We always want to destroy each other because we don't agree with each other. You know, just accept it. Rewind the Times. New Rockstar does a great job breaking stuff down too. Yes, New Rocks. Do you know what I don't like about them? There's more than one of them in the videos. I don't really like that. I don't know if sometimes it's individual. I don't really like channels where there's lots of people. I like to focus on one person. It's just my thing. I don't want to see about, all those people there. Or when they've just seen an MCU movie and they start cheering. Nah, that jazz ain't for me. We have 14 people in the chat, 9 likes. I want more likes than that, though. Who should play the Flash? Dylan O'Brien, 73%. Grant Gustin, 27%. Rewind the times. Yes, I agree. Reno Jack, I like Boba because he doesn't come off as someone who thinks his opinion is superior. I like Mick because his page is grassroots and he is a savage. 2 hot takers. Trill J, John Gaunt, that TV show ruined Flash and gave Iris powers. Trust me, he has a point. Flash was good when the Arrowverse first started, I agree. I love the Arrowverse so much. It's what got me into DC. It's interesting, actually. That's the first good take, as far as I'm concerned, you've had all night. But I agree there, Trill J. Superman the movie got me into DC, and Smallville brought that flame back up after all those years for DC again. Smallville did a great job with the other characters. Their Smallville magazine really educated me about DC Comics as a whole, so it was great. Smallville did it better than Arrowverse, no question about that. Rewind the times, Mick. So is Wonder Twins definitely cancelled? No. Wonder Twins is definitely not cancelled because no one's actually said it apart from a podcaster. So it could be cancelled until we hear that from someone, and we don't. We never hear it from them. They never officially come out. Walter Hamada never comes out. He hasn't even got a social media account. John Gort, Trill J, you have a point, but Iris is one of the fine women. But the show Best Years is clearly behind them. Yeah, very sad. They dropped the ball. They went for the little girl audience and they lost it. The shippers ruined Smallville. The shippers ruined Arrowverse. The shippers ruined everything. They are the worst. I can't stand shippers. John, who are some of your favourite cameos in Smallville series? Oh, wow. We had a lot of them. Well, definitely Hawkman was amazing. Dr. Fate was freaking awesome. Impulse, a.k.a. The Flash, Bart Allen, he was brilliant. Aquaman, he's brilliant. And look what a great actor he is now. He's got an exclusive contract now over at Amazon as well. So he's great. There's lots. There's so many great ones. And if you go away from the cameos, they created their own superhero in Warrior Angel. That gives Superman and Lex someone to refer to. And of course, the episodes with Ryan in. So heartfelt, so amazing. Trudy, also I wanted to see the Arrowverse future where Oliver is older and Deathstroke has a silver and black mask. Yeah. Wouldn't we all like to see that? The first 2 years of Arrow, the first 2 years of The Flash were sensational. That's when I kind of started thinking they're actually going to defeat my beloved Smallville. But then they dropped the ball. Trilogy, I also really love Ruby Rose as Batwoman. I also love the new girl. It's just the pushing things like defund the crows. It was pretty dumb. Yeah, well, you know what they're trying to say, defund the police. They're propaganda merchants. They're extreme leftists. Rewind the times. I love the Flash show. It has its ups and downs, but seeing Grant Gustin really enjoying playing the Flash makes it worth it for me. He loves that role. He does. I wonder if he'll keep it. Rewind. When the crowd goes, boom, selector. Trilogy. Also, I wish Oliver and Nissa had more of a husband and wife relationship. I feel like him and White Canary should have had a love triangle. Rewind the times. He did sign on for season 9. Yeah, he would have to, wouldn't he? He's playing the Flash. John, I can't remember the actor's name, but I enjoyed the Smallville episode with Lois Lane's father. Michael Ironside. Michael Ironside's been in Total Recall, of course, one of my favourite things he was ever in. The first thing I ever saw him in was V, one of the best sci-fi dramas of my generation, probably ever. Michael Ironside, legend. If you haven't seen V, the miniseries and the series, it's about an alien invasion. It was made in the 80s. It's sensational. Go and purchase it on Prime or Apple or whatever. Check it out for me. You'll love it. It's very dated, but it's amazing. I like it, the Smallville. True, Jay, but I have to be honest, Ezra in that new Flash suit looks badass. If I'm honest, I prefer the other suit. I think it's got too many lights on it. I think it's too much. It's a bit like the new Thor costume. What are you doing? They've only put a pop-up in my bloody way. Go away. How dare you? You bloody cheeky bastards. Piss off, Lenovo. Bat Super. Didn't Mike Weinstein voice Darkseid in the DCAU, or am I getting the names mixed up? Maybe. It sounds familiar. John Galt. I used to like Smallville until that version of Superman gave up his powers completely, undermining the whole series. Well, what you do is, John, you ignore what Arrowverse did and you stick with what Smallville did originally. That's what I did. As far as I'm concerned, it's not even canon. Reno Jack. But they are going to get rid of that in the new animated series they're developing. And Erica Durant, our Lois Lane from Smallville, has confirmed she's looking to voice Lois in that series. Rewind the times. The scene where Ezra is in the Flash suit under the waterfall looks amazing. Reno Jack, Mike Ironside in Total Recall is unreal. See you at the party, Richard. Richard, yeah. Sister Director, hey Mick, is it bad that I've pretty much given up on the DCEU and I'm not interested as before? I've been taking a break from DC, but watching from a distance the updates. It's not bad, Sister Director. I don't blame you. I think a lot of people are feeling like that. Children, I have a thing they should let Dark Flash go to the Snyderverse and help or screw over Batfleck and either let them beat Darkseid or die. John Galt, Ezra's Zack Snyder suit is too bulky and Power Rangers like. The new suit is opera music to my ears. It's actually the new suit that looks more Power Rangers than the original one. The original one actually looks like that's a costume that can survive the Speed Force, traveling faster than the speed of light. Actually, I prefer Snyder's and Michael Wilkinson's suit. Rewind the times. John, I agree. Reno Jack, CS not bad at all, and no rational person could blame you. Bat Super, have you heard the rumour that Ian Somerhalder's character in Smallville originally was meant to be Bruce Wayne, but then they changed their mind and quickly wrote him out of the series? I've never heard anything of the suit. So I'll be honest about that because DC never allowed Smallville to even think about having Batman in the show. Trilogy, John Galt, if we're being honest, the Nightmare suit beats all of them. John, Michael Ironside was also in the movie Starship Troopers. Yeah, poor man. CS the director, no lie, the Power Rangers suit in the last movie was good, too bad that reboot was awful. The way Feige did his franchise worked. He built it up, and now he's got brand loyalty. And the DCEU doesn't. Rewind the times. Mick, Screen Rant just came out with a new article about Ezra Miller 47 minutes ago. Yes, it's probably more of the same, more denials, nothing. Let's have a look. I promise you, if I find this article, it's going to say the same denials, the same bullshit that we've been seeing all day. They're all on the same page. They're all working for the studio. There you go. Yeah, there you go. They've got no. They're just copying what they're hearing. Warner Brothers was reportedly not considering replacing Ezra Miller in The Flash, despite recent arrest for multiple incidents in Hawaii. Yeah, boring. Nothing to see there. Oh, they're all responding to Top Gun Maverick now. These propaganda merchants are now saying that Top Gun Maverick is better than the original. You bunch of tossers. Right. Children, however, that Peacemaker cameo was fire, bro. My eyes lit up. Ezra killed in that scene. Reno Jack, John Starship Troopers is a classic and same director as Total Recall. Yeah, Starship Troopers isn't for me. John Galt, Trill J, me too. I was screaming like a little girl who's seen Justin Bieber live. Nobody screams about Justin Bieber anymore. Bat Super, John Glover voiced the Riddler in DCAU and also played Dr. Woodrow, aka Floronic Man in Batman and Robin. He did, that is correct. Ezra Miller has been sacked. Ezra Miller has been sacked. He's not coming back. You'll never see that movie the way it is. Sorry about that. Ezra Miller sacked. End of the story. Harris Selleck, Superman. Snyder fans complaining about the Justice League cameo in Peacemaker was so embarrassing. Trilday, John Bro, seeing Superman float like that was fire. Says the director, that Peacemaker cameo was good. Why is it so hard for WB to keep continuity going on anything? Mick, what do you think of that rumor of Amanda Waller show? Sounds interesting? Not really. It's more distraction as far as I'm concerned by Emmerich and his clones. John Gore, I thought you was excited for Top Gun 2, Mick. I am. You should be happy that it's getting good reviews. Grace is seeing it now. I believe. I don't care what Grace is seeing. I'm excited for the movie, but don't start telling me that this new movie is better than the first movie. Don't give me that. He didn't even bring back Kelly McGillis and Meg Ryan. Forget about it. Sounds exciting. Can't wait to see it. But at the end of the day, don't tell me it's better than the original. Trill J. Harris, yeah, definitely. They embarrass us so much. Rewind the times. Top Gun 2 is awesome. I had two friends who've seen it at CinemaCon. I promise you, a film made in 2022 or released in 2022 isn't better than a film released in the 80s. I can assure you of that. Unless you're not interested in good writing and good filmmaking, of course. Smash the like button. This is Live with Mick on Movies TV Mad. Check out my poll. We have 17 votes. Dylan O'Brien, 76%. Who should play the Flash? And we have Grant Gustin, 24%. John, go on, hanging onto nostalgia, are we, mate? No, I'm hanging on to good, superior movies because they made better movies, John. That's what I'm talking about. And unfortunately, John, you're a propaganda merchant. I know who you are, by the way, so don't worry about that. And I've noticed you can't, every time you set up a new account, you start off all right, but you can't help yourself. There's something itching away at you. You can't help it. And you expose yourself. Children, I have to disagree. No Way Home and the Batman poked on the ones made in the 80s. Yeah, because you're clueless, Trill J. That's why your values in film are different. Reno Jack Lowe, how could Top Gun Maverick be better than half the movies? We would just be an homage to the original. Sister Director, what if the Amanda Waller show starts off from the end of Suicide Squad? Then she's talking with Batfleck and shows us some of those characters from before and catching up to JGSS and Peacemaker. That would be good, but I doubt they'll do anything that good. Harris Selleck, the Batman is infinitely better than Batman 89, lol. Bloody hell. You propaganda merchants are all over the place. You really are. You're really boring me. I wish I had some other people to talk to. I really do. You're just a bunch of propaganda merchants. It's boring. It's so boring. You can't talk about anything unless you're crashing down something else. It's such bad manners. Honestly, really bad manners. It's not, it's basically, it's a conversation killer because it's boring. John Galt, I agree with Mick. Batman 89 is better than the Batman. I think they're both good films. I don't think one has to be better than the other. I think they're both good films, man. Trill J, both are good films, though. Yeah, I agree. Trill J, Harris, yeah, definitely. But the one with Michelle Pfeiffer is fire. Reno Jack, you're speaking facts, Mick. I'm speaking my facts. It's so tiring having people constantly put one film down to raise the other. It just honestly, it fucks with my mental health. It makes me tired. Harris Selleck, Trill J, Batman Returns is for sure better. Sister Director, as a fan, I think each Batman was good for their own times. We need to stop comparing each of them. Each generation will improve or change things, etc. Sometimes they don't improve them, though, do they? John Galt, did you enjoy Godfather 3? I've never seen a Godfather film. I know I should, but it takes a lot of doing. Basically, we live in an age of rank ordering things. I blame many of the movie reviewers on YouTube who obsesses over ranking things and nitpicking stuff. Yeah, and they do it to older films as well. Because they're judging older films on what they judge new films on. You know. Rewind the Times, they're both great films, just done in different way. Trill J, yes, the director. Sorry, bro, I'm a simple person. Well, if that's your point of view, Trill J, yes, you are. If it's better, it's better. Well, better from your point of view, but not better universally. You don't get to decide what's better. You only get to decide what's better from your own point of view. Maybe that's a good thing we should start, in my opinion. In my opinion, because you don't have the universal one, and neither do I. You can't take away somebody else's film, put it under your feet and stamp on it because that's what you want to do. It's tiring, it's frustrating, and it's not what I want to deal with. It really isn't. Reno, it's distressing for sure. People can't like a film unless it makes $1 billion and is positively reviewed by a shield critic. Social media makes it hard to think for yourself sometimes. John Gaunt, Cinema Sins was one of the first YouTubers to start by very nitpicking with films. People have since followed their lead. Yeah, it's boring. Look, to me, it's boring. To me, it's boring. You know, there's films that I value. There's films in the modern era that are better than the old ones. There's older films that are superior than the new ones. In my opinion, Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 is better than Ghostbusters Afterlife. That's my opinion. In my opinion, obviously, but like we had a peak period in television in the early noughties. We had 24, we had Alias, we had Smallville, we had Lost. I think that's the golden age of television in Hollywood. Well, children, it's your generation that's gone soft, man. You're the soft ones talking about your mental health all the time and how you're offended about this and offended about that. We can't say we fancy women anymore. We can't say this. We can't say that. It's your generation that's done this. John Galt, Cinema City, all right. Harris Selick, Reno, I agree. Like, why were people so worried about the Batman making $1 billion? It was a great movie. That's all that matters. Exactly. Basics. Rewind the times. The Batman is definitely a detective movie about Batman. Batman 89 is more of a Joker's origin film featuring Batwoman. Harris Selick, Lost was elite. Yeah, part of the golden generation of television. Far superior to what we're seeing, in my opinion, on streaming. I mean, 24 was making a movie a week. Amazing. Trill J. Harris, the next one will make $1 billion for sure. Let's hope it's a good film as well. I wonder if that matters. Sister director Mick, did you ever see a movie called The Midnight Meat Train? I didn't. That movie is dark, but it was good seeing something different besides superhero cinema. Has changed a lot these days. Do you know what I think is funny? When this moronic generation goes to see an MCU movie and calls it The Evil Dead, says that Wanda is so scary and so ruthless. Her actions are ruthless, but the dialogue she imparts is terrible, in my opinion, again. And it's so lame. It's so unfrightening, especially when she tells the fucking bloke, asks him if his kids have got a mother. I mean, it isn't intimidating. She doesn't execute the dialogue properly. It's actually bad. Totally, John, totally agree with you, Mick. I enjoyed Ghostbusters 1 and 2 much more than Ghostbusters Afterlife. John Galt, The Batman is a great film, but it's not a great detective film. It's not like Prime Suspect or Inspector Morse. Those are excellent British detective shows, but they're not. It's not supposed to be that kind of detective story. It's trying to look back at the old Bugsy Malone stuff and things like that. Rewind the Times. 24 was such a good show. It was peak, and Kiefer Sutherland rules. Tell me what I want to know! Trill J. Rewind, yes, an amazing film, but in my opinion, Tim Burton and those other directors was too fantastical. That's why they kept replacing them. No, they replaced them because they couldn't handle a great director and they just wanted to sell toys. I like the fantastical element. I love escapism, and it's a shame that the extreme left in Hollywood have banned escapism from their entertainment, using the words entertainment loosely. Harris Selick, a lot of Wanda's dialogue was cringe, but I think the Illuminati death scene was quite menacing, even though the writing for it was shit. It was shit. I can't be intimidated by something when the execution and the performance isn't good enough. I don't even think she was directed that well. I mean, Benny Cumberbatch is amazing, but Trill J. Penguin literally spoke to penguins and made them fire missiles like, bro, no way. Yeah, I like it. It was awesome. Many people like it. Not everyone wants to have their faces, their heads held in the real world. Thank you very much. A lot of people are struggling. A lot of people need escapism. You like the real world and you want to see the same thing when you go and watch movies, that's fine. But many of us need escapism, and we used to get it, and it's been taken away from us. Luckily, we've got our older movies, our superior movies, that we can watch and escape from. Bad super. These days, people get taken out of the movie for the smallest things. Back in the day, we didn't obsess over a tiny mistake in a movie. Today, people ruin their own ability to enjoy a film. John, they doing new Ghostbusters movie? They are, unfortunately. Rewind the times. Burton wanted Doc. WB said they wanted to lighten up. Yeah, they wanted to sell toys. Trill J, Bat Super, nah, it's just social media has taken over. This happened back then. It's just back then films were starting to get bigger. It's your generation on social media. They're the ones ruining films, not us. We're not propaganda merchants. Here's the director, Mick. I rewatched Transformers the last night yesterday, and when you take out the cheesy and cringe scenes, it's actually a solid movie. It was building up like the MCU with the villain too bad. Hasbro axed it. Rewind the times. I love Batman Returns. So do I. I like it more than the Batman. I like Batman Begins more than the Batman. I'd say the Batman's my third Batman movie. John Galt, as a Brit and a fan of him, I'm a bit ashamed of Cumberbatch. He got overshadowed by an Olsen woman. Whoa. Rewind the times. Love. My name's Mick, and I destroy propaganda merchants. Do. Events occur in real time. Previously on 24. Hey, propaganda merchant. And do you know what it's like going on your timeline on Twitter? It's propaganda after propaganda after propaganda. It's the extreme left. It's the right-wingers. It's Snyder fans. It's Hamada fans. It's MCU fans. Jesus Christ, it's so tiring. Bat Super True, I don't think it happened back then. This is definitely a new thing. Yeah, there was no social media back then. John Galt, Wonder was awesome, mate, when she said what mouth and killed Black Atom. It was bad. It didn't do nothing for me. The dialogue was shit. The execution was shit. It was like watching a sitcom. I've been more intimidated by Only Fools and Horses. I was more intimidated by Slater in Only Fools and Horses when they did that big reunion. Harris said, that's exactly why I think they should just reboot the whole of the DCEU. Yes, I agree. One singular universe, right? I love Henry. I love the Snyderverse. If I heard they were coming back, I'd be so pumped. But the truth is, beyond what I want personally, I think the best thing for the DC live action is just to start from scratch. I really believe that. Trill J, Bad Super, trust me, social media just wasn't around to expose it. One thing my generation did do was expose what's going on and notice all these sick people are older people who was never caught cough OJ Sim. So you think it's only older people that are problematic, not your generation. Do you realise, Trill J, how many people your generation have forced to commit suicide via bots and trolling and bullying? That's your generation, not ours. Every generation blames. Basically, you hate us, right? You hate us because you're going to become us, and we hate you because we're not young anymore. That's how it works, Trill J. So at the end of the day, your generation is as problematic as we are. You are bullying people into suicide. That's what your generation do. So don't tell me about the older generation, mate. Sister Director, all I see on my feeds are Witches, Scarlet, Doctor Strange and vampire ads. The Batman social media and their cookies are annoying. Harris Selick, both are definitely problematic. Rewind the time, social media ruins movies. I went on YouTube to search up things and all they had was Doctor Strange scenes. I hated it. And all over TikTok. All spoilers. John Galt, Trill J, facts. People are just having a go at youngsters' generation and older generation raised us. So who is the doctor to our Frankenstein, eh? Oh, you don't have a responsibility. The people you troll and you force to kill themselves, it's your parents' fault. It's their fault for spoiling you and making you think that you could just get away with anything you wanted. Yeah, that's their fault. But now as an adult, a young adult, you're responsible for your actions. People are killing themselves because of what your generation are doing. Because you think it's fun to bully people. Your generation are murderers. They're killing people. That's on you. That's your generation. Live with that. Trill J, Mick, you are not really reading what I'm saying. Yes, I am. I'm saying that same things that are happening now happened back then. Well, maybe human nature was similar, yeah. But just remember what you lot are doing on social media. I know. I know what happens on social media and the bullying and the taking of lives because people can't take that bullying. And it's all there. Trill J, John Gaunt, both are the same. It's just don't respect them, saying youngsters are only bad. Now you were rapping, killing and beating their wives back then too. Yeah, and your generation beat up their girlfriends, yeah? It's all the same. As you say, it's all the same. I don't want to have a generational war with you. But what you lot get up to these days and the bullying that takes place, I mean, look, I'm here. My profile picture's on my YouTube account. It's on my Twitter. It's on my TikTok. I don't hide. I present myself. So whatever I do and how I conduct myself, everyone knows who I am. Everyone knows I'm in Cyprus. Everyone knows what I look like. But there's too many hiders out there hiding their identities and thinking they can get away with toxicity. That's your generation. Harris Selleck, both gens are as bad as each other. Every generation blames the one before. Georgia, but yeah, back to those films. The Tim Burton was good, but too fantastical. Reno Jack, lol, this is hilarious. Social media is trash and has made people feel like their opinion is more important than it really is, no matter what age. You know what's worse about the era we live in? Because of social media, everyone thinks they're a fucking celebrity. I don't. But you see it. You see the way people act. John Gaunt, people are actually less violent now. No, yeah, they're less violent. They just go on social media with a blank profile picture and bully people till they kill themselves. That's right, yeah. Less violent now, despite what the media shows. It's just a propaganda merch. You know how many serial killers existed back then and never got caught because of bad technology. And do you know how many people bully other people who kill themselves? Just as many as those serial killers killed. Those people who drive people to their suicide are murderers. That's your generation. Deal with it. That's your legacy. So yes, the director, I'm ready for Jurassic World Dominion in a few weeks. In a few weeks left. At least in my day, if someone was going to kill you, they look you in the eye before they did it. These days, they've got all different ways of driving you to end your life. Bad super violence isn't just physical, in my opinion. Reno Jet, why would you want to be a celebrity, lol? I'd rather live in isolation. Oh, these people love it. Look at you, see them. Attention seekers. I'm taking a Twitter break. I'm going to give a shit if you're taking a Twitter break. F off. Take a Twitter break. Why are you making an announcement? Oh, and 5 minutes later, I'm back from our Twitter break. I didn't care before you left. I don't give a shit when you came back. Rewind at times. I'm 42 years old, but personally I wish I grew up in the 60s to see Adam West Batman live on TV each week. Man, that would have been awesome. Trojo, John Lowell, talk about all the brutal race wars and police brutality in marching for equal rights. Yeah, talk about all the racism on social media. Harris Selleck, yes, I saw the trailer in IMAX Theatre. It looks really cool. Ronnie Dodge, hey Mick, good evening, Ronnie. John Gaunt, lol, Mick. Long Mick likes to saying, least Jack the Ripper looked those women in their eyes, therefore it's good. It's not good, but you lot are a bunch of backstabbing people who hide behind these little profiles, don't show your faces. That's the worst thing ever. And let me tell you something else. I wouldn't be young in this day and age if you paid me. Most of you haven't seen the world. Half of you never go outside. You're all on your little tappy things all day. Imagine living a world where you never chilled outside with your mates, never done anything, never experienced anything. Ronnie Judge, what's the drama I've missed? Well, we did start off talking about Ezra Miller getting sacked from The Flash, and it's kind of got a bunch of these propaganda merchants. Trill John, you're a troll, bro. Yes, he is a troll. He's the same troll who's been coming on here every month. Yes, that's who he is. I know who he is, and it doesn't really matter. Reno Jack, people love to worry about the problems of the world because it gives them an excuse not to address their own personal issues. Harry Selleck did a school project on Jack the Ripper. He was a mad bloke. Probably just as mad as the people who drive people to suicide. Rewind the Times. Preach it, Mick. The kids today have no idea what they are missing. They don't even live a life. They think this is a life. But you know they're the biggest cowards. Look at John. How do I know who John is? I don't know who John is. He's hiding behind a little profile, right? He doesn't know. Basically, isn't that cowardly? Isn't that cowardly? Isn't that, really? To hide behind a profile picture, yeah? But once you leave the internet, you have no power. But the truth is, I have power on the internet because I use the fortitudes of my wits and my intellect. And when I go outside in the real world, I still have power. John Gould, are you excited for Jurassic World? No, Trilogy. I only hang with family. I go outside when I want to. I sometimes go to this arbitration building where I overlook the city. Still looking at afar, though, from a distance. A bit like the internet, isn't it? Ronnie George, have you seen that Ten Hag has asked players to come 2 weeks earlier? And a man isn't messing around. Well, hopefully half these bods are not even there anymore anyway. I wish we could get rid of them all. I really do. I don't want them there. And Rio Ferdinand slagging off Ralph. What a twat. Rewind the time. My 2 kids are limited on screen time. Their arse needs to go outside and play exactly. That's what you have to do. Because you don't know what they're getting up to on there. I know what they're doing. Harry Selleck, Rio is an idiot. Couldn't agree more. Basically, it's like he's taking the Glazers' side, isn't it? But I've never liked him. When he was playing for United, he had a secret meeting with Peter Kenyon to go to Chelsea. He was always a little backstabber. Ronnie George, someone got sacked at United today. Someone from the finance department. They're all getting sacked. They're all getting sacked, mate. They're all getting blamed. Everyone's getting blamed now because they've been exposed. Children, Noah, I walk through it as well. It's just I don't really like people. I'd lush out in a quick second, but I'm actually about to work for my dad's company so I can get to this money out here. John Gordon, you have seen the Black Adam covers. They look good. They do. This is what I don't like. I don't like cruelty. I don't like insecure people leashing out their insecurity on others because they're unhappy. If you're not happy, hold on to something that you love and be positive about it. Don't try and destroy people because you're unhappy. Don't do that. It's in our nature to destroy each other. A quote from Terminator 2 Justice League, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Cruelty, in the end, it's you who will be hurt. Ronnie Judge, he's been there 10 years, so Post Alex Club is getting its act together, hopefully. Yes, as I say, they're going to be sacking a lot of people because everyone's blaming each other now. So this is what happens. This is what happens every season at Real Madrid and Barcelona. But United have rested on their laurels. They thought they could get away with mediocrity, and now everyone's looking at them and they're exposed. And there's no getting away with it now. Georgia, but as we are debating, I hope everyone in this chat has a great day and enjoy it. Oh dear, what a sad world. What a world we've become. Humanity has devolved, not evolved. We've devolved. Jesus Christ, we use emojis to express ourselves. That's how devolved this society is. I'm guilty of that as well. John Gould, Black Adam is going to make $1 billion easy, mates. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Well, this is interesting. Liverpool were losing 1-0 to Villa and Liverpool have just equalised. Wow. Come on, Villa. Beat them. Beat them. Reno Jack Trilj, same to everyone except for you know who. Harris Selick, some reports are saying our budget is just 100 million. I don't believe that this summer. Ha ha ha. We're really finished. Yeah, don't listen to it. There's so many things on Twitter all day. I don't believe. 2 weeks ago, they said 200 million. Last week, they said 150 million. And now they're saying 100 million. They're just pulling figures out the sky. He will be allowed to rebuild this team. They've got no choice. John, it looks like the first Guardians film is definitely going to be peak cinema. CS the director, I wonder how Shazam 2 will do. What, 5 days after Avatar, A Wave of the Water? Not very well. What's funny about all these propaganda merchants saying that Miller hasn't been sacked? They've got nothing. They've got no more evidence than the guy from Screen Movie Gigs who said he is being replaced. So, Harris Selick, I'm actually really excited for Avatar. Do you know what? I wasn't, but I'm really pumped for it. I actually really enjoyed the first movie, not because of the technology. I love the story. I think it's such a good story. It's a native story. That kind of commentary is really, really important. True, Siesta director, they should post film up actually. Shazam should have been released where The Rock is. And then The Rock could have stayed there. I mean, the Black Adam. I don't get them. They're mad. John Gaunt, I think 4-4 will do really good in the box office. It will, because it's a Marvel film. And Shazam 2 will be fine. Unlike Avatar 2, it won't cost $27 to see the film. People don't have money to see it more than twice. You'll be surprised when cinema files want to see something, they'll see it. I don't agree with you. Shazam 2 is in trouble because of the date it's situated. You'll find out later on, if you're still around, that is. The Flash will flop because of Ezra Miller. Shazam Fury of the Gods will make no more than the last movie did. And yeah, because it's situated badly. I think Shazam Fury of the Gods could do better in a different day. Trill John, it's not about the box office with the MCU anymore. It's about the reviews. Disney don't care as long as they make money. Rewind the times. I'm not interested in 4-4 at all, nor am I. Where is Phase 4 going? Not Phase 4, Phase 4 of the MCU. Harris Selick, 4-4 cinematography looks a lot better than most Marvel films. That's not saying much, though, is it, Harris Selick? I've never seen such bad cinematography in a franchise. Man of Steel shits all over the MCU. BVS cinematography shits all over the MCU. Wonder Woman cinematography shits all over the MCU. The Snyder Cut cinematography shits all over the MCU. Aquaman cinematography definitely shits all over the MCU. And these men think they're going to do a better Neymar than Flash. Now, you're going to expose yourselves. John Gall, I can't wait to see James 4. She actually looked to work out properly, unlike Rob Pattinson. Trill J, in order for DC to win the year, the movies have to have better reviews. It's about the money. Nobody cares about the reviews. It's about the money. Nothing can affect the MCU's money. They will get a flop one day. The Batman cinematography shits on them all. I don't agree with that, although I love the cinematography. But at least Matt Reeves' cinematography is shot in a camera and not all VFX. So yeah, I would judge it more higher because it's natural cinematography. Says the director, I wonder if we'll see Mr. Mind, the Worm, as a villain in Shazam 2. You won't. It's been confirmed. Who might be the villains? It's those two goddesses, isn't it? Dame Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu, Hespera and Calypso, I think. Calypso, I used to drink this beautiful iced drink called Calypso. Beautiful. Says the director, I wonder if it was... No, I already read that. What's wrong with me? Propaganda merchant, me. Basically, Robert Pattinson, John Gaunt, or whatever your real name is, did work out very well, and he looks amazing in the film. Just right. We don't need him to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. John Lowell, Rob worked out, bro. But hey, you're right. She's about to wander all over 4. You mean bait and switch? Bat Super, John Gaunt. Do you feel the same about Keaton, Kilmer, and Clooney? They didn't have bigger muscles than Pattinson. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that propaganda merchant. You're not going to get any sense out of him anyway. I mean, really, I shouldn't read his messages, really. I should just ignore him. Maybe that's the thing I can do. Harry Selick, the first Shazam is one of the most underrated CBMs ever. Well, I think families and kids didn't underrate it. They really liked it. Triljo, Bat Super, don't even respond, bro. No, not worth it. Waste of oxygen. Reno Jack, Natalie Portman was hitting the roids, crack me up because people don't realise that being massively jacked doesn't translate to being a good fighter. Exactly. Says the director, no lie, Kilmer was a good Batman next to Keaton. I actually like him, and he's very underrated. Triljo, Harris, was it dark when it needed to be? Triljo, Harris, yes, it was dark when it needed to be. It had the Snyderverse look, but was written right. Harris Selick, I absolutely loved it, to be honest. Probably my top 3 DCEU films. Chris Hemsworth started that trend. No, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger started that trend, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. How old are you, 10? Harris Selick, I absolutely loved it, to be honest. Probably in my top 3 DCEU movies. Triljo, here's the director. Very gothic, and he showed the mental side of Bruce Wayne. It was just wrong movie at the wrong time. Harris Selick, all these actors are on gear. Yeah, that's right. And definitely Arnold Schwarzenegger was as well. I remember how skinny, what's his name? Chris Hemsworth was on Home and Away. You know we belong together, you and I forever and ever. No matter where you are, you're my guiding star. Reno Jack, Harris Selick, exactly, ha ha ha. But these people admire them. George, I really want to see how this Avatar 2 going to be. It's going to be awesome. A vision from a director. It's awesome. Right, one more comment, and then I'm gone. Been here a lot longer than I planned to be. It's been okay. Children, I'm predicting right now it won't live up to the first over 1 billion, but not to this time. Oh, I think it's going to do very well this time. I think it's going to make loads of money. Could be the hit of the year. I think that the Elvis Presley movie will be the biggest hit, cash hit this year for WB. Says the director, Batman Returns till this day remains the darkest. Even McDonald's took down the merchandise for the kids' meal and was so controversial, yet the film is awesome. It really is. Harris Selleck, Reno, well, a good physique is a good physique. I just don't like it when they deny being on something where they are, aren't they? Harris Selleck, it's like when women pretend their fake breasts are real. Reno Jack, I'm off to the sauna, Mick. Gotta sweat off all these hot takes. Have a great one. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yes, enough is enough. This has been the... what has this been? I've been on here for too long. Right. This has been Live with Mick here on Movies TV Mad. I am Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. Trill J, CS, you ever heard of Zack Snyder? Bat Super. I love Batman Returns. Burton and Gotham is a perfect match. And Tim Burton has never done a bad film. He's amazing. Really is. Matt Reeves, eat your heart out. Until we see each other again, goodbye. Au revoir. Alfie, the same. Thank you very much, everyone. See you tomorrow on the DCEU Daily. I wonder what news we'll have then. You'll find out here with me on Movies TV Mad, the only place to get your entertainment news first with opinion. I'll be back tomorrow. Till then, goodbye. See you later.